I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later. I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales. Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run. Not sooner or
Who ate a poisonous mushroom this time? If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms. If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms. If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. If you press a leaf between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive and handy bookmark. The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. Keep up. Keep up. Shroud!
Rain outlines your fate.
Surrender! Nowhere to run!
Let me weave you a verse.
I'll uproot you! One with the forest.
Your sins weigh upon your soul! Guilty! Your penance is due! Guilty! I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor. Nowhere to run! Tough crowd. Surrender! Nowhere to run!
Can't see?
Futile! Luck can swing the results of a single game, but it's bound to run out sooner or later.
Stop copying me, please.
The doctor will see.
A tough crowd. Surrender! I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
A bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will see you now.
Yeah.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
Anfang's iron knuckles. Here to sit. Feeling lucky today?
A familiar sight. Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
There's still a long road ahead.
Time for a house call. This is nothing.
Made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information! But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby. Wait a second. Look! There's someone up ahead! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than one. Hey there! We're not from around here, and... Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Oh, wait! Could she be ignoring us? How dare she? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. Let's keep our distance. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet and make sure she doesn't notice us. Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Let's go take a closer look. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but, it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking? All right, then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the right direction. That's all. Oh. What a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. Paimon? What's happening? Traveler?
world.
Are you sure it's not serious?
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... good question.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of... My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no thanks are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you once I am finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidia Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere a little more visible. Like right smack on his forehead so others can remind him to be careful.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him accordingly. So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While in hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneal I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition as you experience. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a sec.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However...
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions. Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know! What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tighnari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tighnari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tighnari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archive. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
All right, next let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... Well, you understand.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, and if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the Statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! All right, we'll be heading into the forest now.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. We handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard by the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Siristana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened.
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Because you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now.
It's alright, Kale. No, so, how do you know that we've met?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious... I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But,
so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete... I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Great...
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all. All right, we have a statue.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet... I'm not a very good... I'll go check the facilities up ahead. By the way...
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue... Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Or the name does seem to fit the step? Well, anyway, we'll have to... Let's get started on cleaning the... Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break. I brought some fruit and water for us.
Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops! No! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite... Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon would...
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include...
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe...
Oh!
Kale, don't you think that Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything?
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master is actually very kind... Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them, too. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tighnari, he was the one who took care of you after fight. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire...
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back! Have you
Oh, Kale? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have...
I'm dead on my feet. I think I'll... a while.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tighnari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to...
So, Tighnari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation... All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you were that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity.
So, Tighnari, what exactly is wrong with Kale?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, It was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a... Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the F2P after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the F2P were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the F2P has left deep scars. Even now, she can still...
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you.
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here, and she was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid... All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do some...
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place.
No problemo!
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilotpala lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon, never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
There should be Nilotpala lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, we'll rendezvous.
All right, we've gathered enough Nilotpala lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari, we found the...
Let me have a look. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the... Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with—
Wait, Tainari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither—
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a vision. That is,
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone. But you don't seem to care.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he... Don't sweat it. We've helped others deal with similar...
Wait, you've met other forest rangers before? I was planning to properly show you both how to identify the wither. Anyway, since you two are experienced adventurers, come with me. I'm sure you'll...
Hey, look! That gloomy area... Even though Paimon's seen one before, it's still kinda scary.
All right, Traveler. We're about to enter the withering zone. Since you already have experience, but please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone. Sir, keep up. Keep up. Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor. Let's nip that in the bud.
Mind the side effects.
Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned. Guilty.
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two.
Tainari? You make it sound...
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones... If that simply meant more work for me, then that... For instance, even though we cleared out the wither... This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the... And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering...
Huh? But what...
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's... Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro... And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. I'm afraid we Rangers will be back. All right, that's enough on this topic.
Oh, Tighnari, you all made it back.
The Withering Zone... Huh? Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tighnari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news.
Oh, her?
Let me see what's written in the letter.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes. Allow me to explain. After she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's...
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that. Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, traveler. Take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I just... That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, because what you saw is of significant importance. Now, my forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I know when you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus...
that sounds nice and all, but will she really help?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special fit. Please, wait here. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to... No, I should be the one thanking... Anyway, please, I'll go prepare Kale's medicine now. Using the Nilot Pala Lotus, rest assured, Kale will recover.
Yesterday, definitely have enough for 5 dusk birds flew by.
My family makes ornate umbrellas that block neither rain nor shine. Their sole purpose is for decoration upon a wall. My family makes ornate umbrellas that block neither rain nor shine. Their sole purpose is for decoration upon a wall. Good. The rain has stopped. Any longer, my books would have gotten wet.
Surrender!
Yeah.
running around was for this?
Shang, behave.
The doctor will see you.
And Shroud!
Rain Cutter!
Seems like an emergency.
Nowhere to run! Futile! Nowhere to run!
I'll uproot you! Can't see?
Futile! Pointless! Judgment is upon you! Well played. Their penance is due! Guilty!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Rain outlines your fate.
Let's nip that in the bud. And Shroud!
The doctor will see you.
Surrender!
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
The doctor will see you.
No, my sword!
I'll uproot you! One with the Force.
Nowhere to run! Your sins weigh upon your soul. You stand condemned! futile!
Let's nip that in the bud. Can't see? So,
A bitter pill to swallow.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about. Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws. But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
Oh. It's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about. Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws. But if you never test the limits, how can anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are? Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about. Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws.
Benny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Linny's magic assistant, and if you have work-related inquiries, please ask Linny. If you have questions related to seeing a magic show, please ask the ticket office. You want to talk to me? Then get to the point.
Oh.
Surrender!
Animals can also express their feelings. If you listen carefully, you can tell what state they are in. For a kitty, meow means they are much happier than meow. And in that situation, you can pet them as much as you want, and they won't run away. Animals can also express their feelings. If you listen carefully, you can tell what state they are in. For a kitty, meow means they are much happier than meow. And in that situation, you can pet them as much as you want, and they won't run away.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.